Now, I probably shouldn't use this term, since Drake and Future have basically butchered the significance of it, but I might as well say it anyway. What a time to be alive. The NBA playoffs are here. And I figured might as well dive deeper into each matchup. And we're going to start in the Western Conference, and the one-seeded LA Clippers going up against the Phoenix Suns. Look, I'm sure Phoenix is a great city, but unless Eric Bledsoe wants to drop the baby out of his baby LeBron nickname, the Suns don't have a chance. The Clippers may be title contenders, and now that they have a more well-rounded roster around their big three, the Suns won't be a problem. Next, we're going to look at the Houston Rockets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's the thing, the Rockets might have a better roster, but when you have Anthony Davis, you have a chance to win whatever series you're a part of. And looking at the Houston Rockets big men, they're going to have to be ready to play some defense. Dwight Howard is going to have to body up Anthony Davis. Terrence Jones, among other guys, are going to have to bring help defense. And because they have to focus so much on Davis, this is going to give guys like Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon and Drew Holiday and Tyreek Evans opportunities to hit shots, and they have to make them. And I think their trade deadline acquisition of Anthony Morrow from the Oklahoma City Thunder, he could make a big impact in this series as well. If I had to pick a team, I'd probably lean towards Houston, but I think this could potentially go 6 or 7 because we don't even know who the best player on the floor is for this one. Now for the San Antonio Spurs against the shocking Portland Trailblazers. A great accomplishment to be here, but this might end in a sweep. The Trailblazers' second best player would be about the 6th best player on the San Antonio Spurs. Look, it's Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't think Portland has a chance, but the fact that they're here, that's a hell of an accomplishment. Kudos to them. And now for potentially the series of the playoffs. The Golden State Warriors and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Talk about the main event in the first round. We're going to have Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook potentially deciding who's the best point guard in the NBA. And they're not even the best players on the floor. That goes to the recent MVP, winning his second, Kevin Durant. I mean, look, you can basically, it's a toss-up with this series, okay? I won't be surprised no matter who wins this. This is going to go 7 games. It's going to go to triple overtime. But luckily for us, we're going to be the winners because we're going to be watching it. And now for the much less exciting Eastern Conference. Look, Paul George is a good dude. They have no chance against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And unless Jonas Valanciunas wants to become Superman overnight, the same thing can be said against the Raptors against the Bulls. And while I believe that the Milwaukee Bucks could potentially cause the Miami Heat a bit of a headache because of their size and their athleticism, that series is going no more than 6 games. However, our matchup is a bit more interesting, the Atlanta Hawks. Now, Al Horford may be the most mobile center in the NBA, but I do believe that DeMarcus Cousins can stay on him. However, I don't give Steven Adams, Tyler Zeller, or Kelly Olynyk much of a chance, and speaking of mobility, Paul Millsap is about the best at that. And as of right now, the matchup is him against Jared Sullinger. Now, Sullinger's going to get the opportunity, but if he can't keep up with Millsap, you're going to be seeing a lot of Amir Johnson in this series because, look, I can't worry about guys' feelings getting hurt. It's the playoffs, okay? I got to go with the best matchup. Besides that, Marcus Smart is going to be tested against one of the better point guards in the league in Jeff Teague. And as far as Avery Bradley, Nicholas Batum, Jay Crowder, Evan Turner, one of y'all better be glued to Kyle Korver at all times. I don't think I need to go into more detail than that. However, on the other side of the floor, I want to test Kyle Korver a lot, see if he can play defense. And speaking of defense, I mentioned that Al Horford and Paul Millsap, probably the most versatile set of bigs in the NBA, but the one thing that they do not do well against is physicality. And I think I have the right guy for the job. The playoffs are coming up. Atlanta's going to be a tough series. I look forward to it. We'll see what happens.